One specific question that comes to mind is if you hear about a meeting, even maybe just hearsay, like you're not even informed officially, you hear about a meeting about a child who's an English language learner, and there's going to be a discussion of whether this child should be recommended for some kind of referral or testing, and nobody has approached you. You're that child's ESL teacher. What would you say to that teacher in that moment? How do they kind of insert themselves, but not burn bridges, but start to build them a little bit?
So it's already going on. So it's never too late to support that child and provide the other perspective. So even if the meeting is happening and you're teaching, but you do hear about it, again, try to find that ally or administrator. And again, maybe not in front of other people, but talk with the administrator and say, we're making really high stakes decisions about this child, and I don't think there was anybody in the team that had that ELL lens. So whatever is decided really is partial, because we didn't take the entire child into consideration. And so they are, and so I don't know, the question sometimes comes up is that, ELL or special education. But again, my colleague Teresa and I, we really have been trying to reframe that as they're English language learners. They're always English language learners. I mean, like, they're in somewhere in that process of developing their second, third, or fourth language, and they are having challenges, and they might also have special education needs. So they don't stop being a bilingual learner just because they might have another need or challenge that they might be having. And so it's a great disservice to say, one is more important than the other. That child is living in that, all those worlds at the same time. So I think it really is important to talk with, especially administrator, decision maker, or those who lead the teams, and say how important it is. There are obviously legal components to this. There are laws that protect the rights of English language learners who may or may not have special education needs, and on top of that, is really what are we doing that's best for that student. So we do have to inform, because again, you might not be able to be at every one of those meetings, but we need to build capacity across the district so that there always is someone who has that lens at the table.
And it's worth mentioning that ELLs with special needs have a legal right to both sets of services, right?
Both, right.
So sort of building on what you're saying, it's not a choice.
No.
It's not that one is more important than the other, and they should receive both kinds of services, and the school is legally obligated to figure out how to make that happen. Right? I think it's important always to stress that.